Why does a classical Chinese garden feel peaceful, even when it is surrounded by a busy city? The answer is not simply flowers, water, or old buildings. A Chinese garden is designed to slow the way you see. It never reveals everything at once. A doorway becomes a picture frame. A corridor delays the next view. A pond doubles the sky. Each step turns a small space into a much larger world. This tradition flourished in Jiangnan, the region south of the lower Yangtze River. For centuries, cities such as Suzhou became centers of poetry, painting, craftsmanship, and private garden design. During the Ming and Qing dynasties, scholars and officials created miniature landscapes beside their homes. These were not parks built for crowds. They were places for reading, conversation, music, painting, and quiet reflection. Several classical gardens of Suzhou are now recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The first secret is framed scenery, called Quangjing. Windows, moon gates, doorways, and lattice screens do more than divide rooms. They select exactly what the visitor sees. A branch, a stone, or the corner of a pavilion can appear like a living painting. Move a few steps, and the composition changes. The garden does not ask you to stare at one grand monument. It teaches you to notice small relationships between near and far, light and shadow, solid walls and empty space. Water gives the garden openness. It reflects clouds, roofs, trees, and people, making the space feel deeper than its real boundaries. Stone gives it weight. Rockeries were arranged as miniature mountains, shaped by the same ideas found in Chinese landscape painting. Together, water and stone suggest an entire natural world. Mountains beside lakes, cliffs above streams, islands emerging from mist. The garden is artificial, but its goal is not to conquer nature. It is to create a place where human design and natural change can meet. A straight path tells you where you are going. A winding path makes you curious. Chinese gardens use turns, bridges, steps, and covered corridors to control rhythm. A view disappears, then returns from another angle. A narrow passage suddenly opens toward water. This sequence is sometimes described as changing scenery with every step. The physical distance may be short, but the experience feels long because the mind keeps discovering something new. Calm comes partly from this gentle delay. The garden refuses to be consumed in a single glance. Another principle is borrowed scenery, or Jai Jing. A distant roof, a tree beyond the wall, a reflection, or even the changing sky can become part of the composition. The garden borrows what it does not own. Walls hide the ordinary city, while openings connect selected fragments of the outside world. This makes the boundary feel uncertain. Where does the garden end? Where does the wider landscape begin? The question is left open, and that openness gives a small garden a surprising sense of freedom. No visit is exactly the same. Rain darkens stone and sharpens the color of leaves. Wind moves bamboo and breaks reflections across the pond. Spring blossoms, summer shade, autumn light, and winter branches rewrite the same scene throughout the year. Sound is part of the design as well. Water, birds, footsteps, and rain on roof tiles. The garden is never a finished object. It is a stage for time, weather, and memory. That is why a Chinese garden can feel so peaceful. It does not remove you from the world. It changes your attention to the world. It asks you to walk slowly, look through a frame, listen to water, and leave room for what is hidden. In a carefully designed garden, calm is not emptiness. It is the feeling that every view has been given enough time to unfold.